What's up, everybody? ShonnyDman here, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys have yourselves a great week. Bringing you another episode as per usual this Wednesday afternoon, and we are joined by a new guest this today. So before we get started, tell us who you are and tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Megan, otherwise known as Party Hardy Cosplay online. And I've been a cosplayer for about 5 years. I just do it as a hobby. I really love doing it. So yeah, it's kind of my pastime.
Okay. So what got you into cosplaying?
So it's actually kind of a sad story,
Oh,
but I grew up riding horses, and that was like my huge main occupation outside of school. My horse got injured. We had to put him down. So I was in the market for a new hobby. And while this was going on, I was in high school, so I was doing theater musicals. So I was no stranger to dressing up, playing a character, acting. So I came across cosplay because one of my friends was talking about it. And I decided, well, I'm already doing theater, might as well just kind of get a feel for it. And I ended up loving it ever since.
okay. So you were a theater kid.
Yep.
How was that?
It was good. I had a lot of fun. It was great. It was stressful at times during show week,
Mhm.
uh, in tech week, where you stay there for like 9 hours a day. And it's grueling, but I really enjoyed it because acting for me was a way to escape the crappy reality I was in at that time. So I enjoyed it. It was a nice.
So is it true there's like different like tropes when it comes to theaters? Like you can't say certain things. Like obviously you can't say, was it break a leg? Is that one of them?
You can. So that is actually an old saying that I don't remember what it's called, but it was like part of the curtain that comes down. I think it's called a leg, and it would break sometimes. So, and that would be like considered.
Oh,
So, you can't say certain plays, like one by William Shakespeare, where everyone dies at the end. You can't say that.
okay.
Everyone will say it's karma, it's a curse, and you have doomed the whole show. So you gotta watch what you say. But yeah.
Is that the one where you can only say it if you're actually doing the play?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
okay. That's what I thought. That's what I was thinking. I think I was watching something, or maybe one of my friends told me about it. And I was like, there's no way that's true. That's just a superstition. That's interesting. Um, what was your favorite play that you did?
This is gonna be so kind of funny, but I did Shrek the Musical
Oh,
at, at my professional level. And it was so much fun. I had a lot of laughs. I actually got a part, which was kind of a big deal because there were a lot of kids that tried out. But it was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. It gave you a great experience to be doing theater, but on a more professional scale. You get mic'd up, which I've never done. I thought that was like the coolest thing ever to get mic'd up. So, but yeah, it was just great. I learned a lot from it, and it made me grow as a performer so much.
okay. Shifting over into your cosplaying, what was the
Mhm.
first cosplay that you did?
Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn.
Okay.
That was my very first one. So she'll always hold a special place near and dear to my heart because she was my very first. But
Okay. How was that the first time you doing cosplay? And I assume that you went to like you did this and went to a like your first convention as well. How was
Mhm.
that?
I went to my first convention was in 2018, so I was 18. And it was my very first one. I got up at like 5:30 in the morning to do my makeup and everything. And I was just so happy when I got there. It was just such a great experience, especially for your first time. I think it really impacts your outlook in whether or not you continue to feel motivated to do this hobby. Um, but it was just amazing. I met so many great people. I got so many great pictures, so many compliments. I just felt really confident in myself, which
Okay.
I'm normally an insecure person. So it was just a
Oh,
nice change.
really?
Yes.
Oh,
Very.
okay. Oh. I did not know that. I wouldn't notice that honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of a surprise.
um. So what are some cosplays that you've done other than Harley Quinn?
I've done Black Cat from Spider-Man, Marvel. I've done Black Widow. I've done Mary Jane. Um, I've done different versions of Harley. I've also done what was Starlight from The Boys. I did that one. And then I'll kind of do a closet cosplay of Padme. But that's I've done Supergirl too, but I think
Okay.
that's everyone I've done. So.
Which one's your favorite?
Oh, Black Cat, hands down. Oh, I love her.
Oh yeah. I like him. I mean, I like all your. I can't remember if I came. I think that was the image I saw when I was like just scrolling through, trying
Mm,
to just finding guests to come on, and I think that your Black Cat was the one I saw. And I was like, oh, I like this. Let me go and give her a follow and message her. And so I really like the Black Cat
thank you.
cosplays for sure. What's some future cosplays that you're working on right now?
Oh gosh, I would love to do Star Wars like Padme.
Mhm.
Padme's my favorite girl in Star Wars. Maybe a different version of Black Cat, like the Web of Shadows one where she's got like the symbiote suit,
Oh,
or
okay.
PS4 Black Cat again, which I'd done, but I just got rid of my suit because it was trashed. Um, I would also really love to do like a Disney cosplay like Elsa and do like charity work with her. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Oh, okay. Okay. Um, so how many cons do you go to a year? And most of the guests that I've had on, they usually tell me they try to go to about three or four, depending on their life and things like that. But like about three is the most, is what I've heard from most of my guests. So what about you?
Yeah, I'm lucky if I go to three. In the past, I've just made it to two, but three is my goal and probably my max that I'll do just because I'm still a student. I'm in college,
Oh, okay.
and I also money. So
Yeah, that's true.
I had to kind of carefully pick and choose which ones I go to. So
Are there any like specific cons that you really want to go to at some point?
I do. I really want to go to MegaCon, like Orlando, or what was the New York Comic Con, which
Okay.
is in October. But getting tickets for that is like
Oh yeah.
impossible. And I feel like I would be so overwhelmed because it's such a big con.
Mhm.
I kind of want to work my way up to that and get
Oh yeah.
more comfortable by going to more cons. So that way, when I do go, not as stressed out.
Yeah, I think some of the guests that I've had on, a good portion of them have gone to the New York Comic Con and they enjoyed it. And I think I have one who actually lives in Orlando. I think she's gone and that she goes to MegaCon and she's enjoyed it. Um, I usually don't go to cons. I've only been to one, but
Mm.
this was like years ago and I didn't know what it was. I just went because my friend at the time was like, "Let's go do this. This seems fun." I was like, "Okay." But I am going to Dragon Con this August. Um, more for YouTube purposes wise. But I do have a few friends that I've met through this podcast that are going to be there, so we're going to go and meet up. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I heard of Dragon Con. I haven't made it to that one yet, but that's like a really good one too.
So these are usually like 3 4 days depending on the con. So how early in advance do you usually plan like what cosplay you're going to do, what day, and that kind of thing?
So for Comic Cons, I usually one day, and I do Saturday because that's kind of the busiest day.
Okay, yeah.
Uh, but I have gone to one where I've gone Saturday and Sunday, but that's the max days I go. And usually I will just kind of pick whatever's my most popular cosplay and that I feel the most confident in and that I love the most, which is more often than not, black cat. So I just usually, I'll bring her to a con. But if I do have friends going and I want to kind of coordinate with them, I'll bring, like, if they're doing ZC, I'll bring Harley or something.
Okay. Okay. So outside of your cosplaying and then outside of schooling and work, what else do you do during your free time?
Pretty much cosplay. That's it. Work out a lot and just getting a healthier lifestyle. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Nothing exciting.
What are you going to college for?
I am at my master's right now. I'm going
Okay.
clinical social work. So it's a lot, but it's good.
Yeah, my friend Jennifer, I believe she just got her master's in her social work.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think
Did
last November, I think it was. I think that's when she did it. And she's been doing it for a couple of years now. But she decided that she wanted to go ahead and just get her master's, so she went back to school and did all that. She got it done. So I was like, oh, I'm happy for you. That's a lot of work. So
it is. Does she enjoy it?
yeah, she does. Obviously there's days where it's rough and things like that. But yeah, she do really enjoy it. We talk about it sometimes. But yeah, she enjoys it. What got you to pick that field?
So it's kind of funny. So right around when I was going into college, I got obsessed with Harley Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, what does she do for work? And she was a psychiatrist. So I got into psychiatry, psychology, sociology. I took some classes. I didn't end up doing psychiatry because I'm not good at math.
I'm not either. That's okay.
It's 12 years of school, just about. So I was like, I don't want to do any more school than I have to. Yeah. So I went with between psychology and sociology, and I could do the same thing with the same as with psychology. Mm-hmm. So, and my professor told me that by doing sociology, instead of clinical psychology, it was opening up more doors for me, just because it wasn't one profession. If I do social work, I can do a bunch of different professions with it.
Yeah.
So it's easier for me to chew, so to speak.
Okay. How many more semesters do you have?
I just finished my first year, so I'm on the extended program, so it's like 2 classes a semester, which isn't bad. But probably another year or 2.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, you definitely can. Yeah, 2 classes a year. Is that right?
2 classes a semester.
Oh, semester. Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you definitely. No wonder you have a lot of time for cosplaying.
Yeah.
So besides cosplaying, you also dabble with Onlyfans. Tell us a little bit about that.
So without giving it away too much, a lot of people that I knew use it, and they kind of were like, Megan, you're sitting on a cash cow right now, because people will pay, especially with cosplay. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I'm not working right now. It'd be nice to have a little bit of pocket change. So I just started OnlyFans kind of for fun and to kind of be more confident in my body, and really build my confidence a lot more. So it's nice. I enjoy it. Yeah.
Okay. Because you use yours more for cosplaying, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Like 90% of it is cosplay, 95% is cosplay.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. I think I'm subscribed to you. because usually I try to like subscribe to all of my guests that come on, whether they have an OnlyFans or Patreon or
Mhm.
anything like that. I try my best to subscribe. That way I can support them as much as I can. Since they're coming on and supporting what I do, it's a good way for me to try to support them. Um, I was gonna say, but that's pretty cool. Yeah. So how long you been doing that?
Um, just under a year.
Oh,
I
okay.
started this year, so just under a year, not a full year yet.
Okay. Yeah, because I know most people like they'll use those kind of side activities to like just take the money, go right back into making cosplays and that kind of thing. So it
Yeah.
definitely works out. You get your money to make your cosplays, so it works out perfectly for you. Um, which one of your cosplays is the easiest to put on, and then which
Mm.
one's the hardest to put on?
I would say the easiest is probably MJ, just because she's t-shirt and shorts,
Mm-hmm.
sneakers. The hardest, probably Black Cat, specifically my newer suit because it's like vinyl latex.
Ooh,
So getting it on without ripping it is very tricky. And then getting it off is just like a whole other issue. It's like a second skin. It cannot come off. So getting it on is harder with Black Cat because I'm so careful and I try to do it cautiously without ripping. So
it must get like really hot in your black cat.
you have no idea.
Oh
It's good for the winter when you're outside,
yeah.
but it sucks during the summer.
Oh, I
I
bet.
Oh my God, it's terrible. It's like not breathable at all. I love it, but it's just if you want to sweat, go ahead and wear it. Just terrible.
Yeah, because I mean, you're not because you're like probably the third or fourth person I've had on, and they've also done like a black cat kind of cosplay, or if they do a Catwoman
Yeah.
cosplay, and I'm just like that just looks very very uncomfortable during like the spring and summer times when it's just so hot, especially depending on where you live, where it could get really really hot.
Hmm.
So I mean, more power to you. But yeah, I really I like your because a lot of your Instagram photos, I like them. Because you add like a lot of sexiness to it, which is really
Hmm.
cool. You look like you're having a lot of fun with it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but I'm sure with that also brings unwanted DMs and things like that. So
Yeah. I I get that people will think, oh, she's posting sexy stuff
mhm,
to get this kind of stuff. She's asking for it. But people forget that cosplay is not consent. We are not the character. We are normal, everyday
yeah,
people cosplaying as a character. Um, and I have gotten very unwanted messages
oh,
where I'm like, where's your mother? Like, who raised you? Like, I can't believe that came out of someone's mouth. Like, people online have such confidence that
oh
I doubt
yeah,
person, but it's happened. It happens to everyone in
oh
person,
yeah.
but not consent. So,
Yeah, because I remember, and which most times too, because like I had a guest on a while back, and she was telling me, um, because I think I messaged her about coming on. I think maybe like this is in October, and she
mhm.
had gotten back to me in maybe January or February, and she apologized because she didn't notice my message because it was just full of DMs or if it was kind of put in that requested section where you
Yeah.
have to go in. And so most times I'm just like I'll put when I message people I'll have to just be I'm like I have to remind myself this may take a while, especially with some of the female cosplayers because I'm sure their DMs are blowing up with everybody trying to talk to them. So uh, which is fine. I know It's okay. So, um, but yeah, that is something. People on the internet, they're pretty bold on the internet on the internet, but if they were in person, I don't think they'll be as bold as that.
Mhm.
I could be wrong. There could be some weird people like that. So definitely. Um, other than your OnlyFans, I know um some cosplayers they sell like prints and that kind of thing. Is that something that you thought about doing?
I do sell prints on the
Oh,
side.
okay.
Um, it's just kind of a pain because I have to go and print them and then get shipping materials for it. Big it is. So I just feel like OnlyFans is so much easier.
Mhm.
Digital, I don't need to worry about getting it out on time or what time the post office closes or something like that, or
Right.
forgetting about it. Yeah.
Do you have like a professional photographer or do you do everything yourself?
I do them for OnlyFans.
Either or.
Um, a majority of the time, I do everything myself. A lot of the pictures you will see of me are selfies or just self done. I do have some photographers I shot with, and I absolutely adore them. And you will see them on my Instagram. They'll have
Okay.
like logo in the corner of the photo.
Hmm.
But, other than that, my photos are mine.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I know some people that have, two, three different photographers, and then
Mm.
some just like you just mentioned, they just do it themselves. Um, which is cool. Um, I think that's a good business if you're a photographer for sure, because there's a lot of people who do cosplays,
Hmm.
and that you can definitely make a really good business out of it.
Yeah, yeah, it's a cash cow essentially.
So, all right. So, other than cosplays, other
Mhm.
than school, work, OnlyFans, what do you go to the movies very often? Do you hang out with friends a good bit? What is other than all those things we talked about? What does say Monday morning
Mhm.
to Monday night or something like that? What does your day usually consist of?
Going to the gym. I don't go all day, but I go like first thing in the morning, 6 days a week.
Oh,
Um, I do see my friends, but they are either busy or one of my best friends, she lives closer to Boston, um, which is like an hour away from me. So I don't get to see her that often. Um, but usually I'll FaceTime them during the day,
okay.
uh, something like that, or I'll take my dog for a walk. Um,
That is Boston's on my bucket list of places that I want to visit.
mm,
Um, I've pretty much been everywhere around like the southeastern eastern part of the United States.
mhm,
And I've only let's see, been to Colorado. That's the furthest west I've been, and then the furthest north, I think it was Ohio. But
mm,
other than that, I've been to pretty much all over the southeastern part. But I do want to go to like Boston, New York, kind of like in that New England area. I think that'd be pretty fun. My
yeah,
friend Gray, she did that and she enjoyed it. I think they went to like Salem, Massachusetts, which is something I do want to go, especially during Halloween time, because that seems like a really fun thing with the
mhm,
Salem witch trials.
yeah,
Um, but that is on my bucket list of places that I want to go to.
yeah. I will say if you go to Boston and you want like, do you like Italian food?
Yes.
Like Italian food, go to the North End. It is a borough where when people immigrated to the US, and specifically Mass, that's where the Italians went. And
Okay.
they have so many good, authentic Italian restaurants. I went to the school for my undergrad in Boston. I lived there for 4 years. And I loved it. It was such a great city to walk. It's a walking city. And there's so much to do and it's so much fun, like going to a Red Sox game. And then for Salem, it's busy during closer to Halloween. Like you'll have to
Okay.
pay away. But if you go during like the off season, you can still get and tour the witch museum, see the artifacts, which I'm a huge history person. I love that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
But it's great. And you can see the house and filming locations of Hocus Pocus and where Judge, I think Hawthorne, the judge for the Salem witch trials, lived and tour his house. It's really cool. Yeah.
Have you watched the sequel to Hocus Pocus?
I didn't. I was supposed to with my friend, but we never. Have you?
No, I have not. I've heard it wasn't really great.
Yeah.
Which I mean, which is to be expected, to be honest. You know, that movie came out in like the 90s.
Yeah, like 90, early 90s, I think, like 91.
Yeah, and so obviously it's gonna be you most cases you're not gonna capture the magic that you did with the first one. It's very few films.
Yeah.
Because like I know it's the Little Mermaid coming out this year, I think. Personally, I have no plans to go see it.
Mhm.
Uh, I just have no plan. I just don't want to see it. Like I watched the trailers and everything. I'm just like, you know what? I watched the original as a kid. This, I mean, it's just gonna be telling the same story basically. This is enough. That's enough for me. But obviously, for younger generations and things like that, it'll be like their first time watching it. But some of the remakes that they've done, I have not been really all that impressed with, and so I'm just kind of like, I don't really know if I want to watch this. So just to save me the time and the frustration of watching this, I'm just not going to watch
Yeah, it's understandable.
it. What's your favorite kind of genre of movies?
Honestly, I don't really have a favorite genre. It
Okay.
depends on my mood.
Okay.
Um, some days I'm into the classics, like old Hollywood movies. Some days I'm really into comedy or Disney genre or romance. Um, it really just depends. I think it's less of the genre and more of the portrayal of the story and how much I like it.
Okay. Hmm. So you're not a horror person?
Oh God.
Oh,
No,
really?
especially during Halloween. Like when I was living with my roommates, we were like, oh, it's Halloween. Let's watch a scary movie. And I get excited and I want to see a scary movie. And I end up watching it. My friend fell asleep right next to me on the couch watching we were watching like The Conjuring or
Oh,
something.
that's a good one.
And I was like, oh my God. I could not sleep. I had to have a light on all night. I
Oh my
sleep. I
god.
was so freaked out. Like I'm creeped out so easily.
Oh,
So
really? Oh man, well, I don't know if we could be friends then, because I love horror movies and I love all things horror based, and so I remember as a kid, although this did creep me out though. But, as a kid, I stayed the night at a friend's house, and it's late. We're just it's just me and him. We're just watching, I think like Adult Swim or something like that. We're just
mhm.
watching TV. It's just probably like 11, 12 at night. And he's on the floor. I'm just chilling on the bed, and we're just again watching TV, and just we're not really saying anything to each other. It's just out of nowhere. He just calmly says, "Grandmother, can you please stop scratching my back?" And I was like, I like leaned up and looked at him, and he was just like, "Thank you." It's like, what just happened here? And his mom, the next day, we were talking about it. His mom was telling us that the room we were in, which was his bedroom,
Mhm.
they said like a witch used to live in that closet. So I was just like, this is weird.
Mm.
I was like, oh my, this is pretty creepy. I don't think if there was any other. I'm trying to think if there's any other like weird experiences that I've had. Where I live, we
Mm.
oh yeah, so where I live, there is a bridge which we call Crybaby Bridge, and
Mm.
so the story goes that if you go, a mother and her child, threw themselves off the bridge and drowned, and if you go, park your car, turn everything off, I think if you put baby powder on the hood, on the top of your car, and you just sit there, and you'll probably, I think you hear some sounds, and you get out your car, and there's like baby footprints on the top of your car. So it's um, and then there is a witch's house, or and they say it's a witch's house that people know about. Um, it's just crazy, crazy, crazy. We went to this haunted a few years ago. Me and some friends went to this haunted attraction called Atrox,
Mm.
and we're just going through, and we went through this like little swamp part of the tour, and like this lady who's a witch is like yelling at us and things like that. And a guy with a chainsaw comes out of nowhere and like starts attacking us. My friend Jimmy, he loses his shoe. I run into a wall, and
Oh,
it was just a crazy, crazy time.
mm.
And so I love anything horror. So even though you don't, I mean, I guess we can still talk on a daily basis, but I mean, I won't hold that against you.
Okay, good.
So, um, so where are some places, where are some places that you would like to travel to at some point in your life?
Um, I would love to go to Europe. Um, Italy. I'm Italian. Uh,
Really?
I am, yes.
Okay.
I would love to go to where my family came from. Um, and also go to like England and see the history. I'm also Scottish, so I'd love to go to Scotland, uh,
An
France.
Italian Scottish.
I am,
That
yes.
is, oh man, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm so, but yeah, I would love to just go outside of the US,
Hmm.
and experience different food, different ex um, landscape, scenery, everything.
Let's see, I've been to Cuba, and
Oh,
then I haven't fully nailed it down just yet, but either 2020, 2024 or 2025, I am going to Europe. Uh, I'm going to Italy, Germany, Switzerland. There's a fourth one, but I can't seem to remember what it was. But like it's part of this organization that does like tours for like overseas vacationing, or if like you're a student, you can do it. And so a friend of mine was telling me about it a few years ago because she studied abroad for a couple of months in London, and so she went through like an organization, and it is just something on my bucket list that I want to do is travel international. So that is my plan, is to go to those particular cities. I think it's going to be Venice. Is the
nice.
Yeah, that's the Italian, the Italy part.
Mhm.
Germany, I think Berlin. I think that's
Mm.
the city. I can't remember what Switzerland. So, but I'm excited for that. That's something that should be fun.
I'm so jealous. Oh my gosh.
So, um, so are you a drinker kind of person, or is that like, I know you mentioned you're Irish. I know it's not Irish, but Scottish. Is that
I don't drink
okay?
really. You see me more often than not drinking a soda, when I can. If I do drink, I I do like drinking. It's gonna sound stupid, but I don't really like the taste of alcohol, like strong alcohol.
Okay.
I I will like socially drink if I'm out to dinner or something, or I'm at a party. I don't drink a lot. I drink it throughout my meal. I pace myself.
Oh, okay.
I don't really go to wine. There is this one wine that I like. It's from Germany, but it's sweet. It has to be sweet. Um, Otherwise, I stick with like frozen margaritas, pina coladas,
Oh, okay.
just more fruity tropical drinks that are
Okay.
sweeter.
Okay. It's not bad at all. That's cool. I'm okay. That's
Yeah.
cool. I'm more of a bourbon kind of guy. So
Mm.
Um, that's cool. That's cool. But I don't drink very often. It's very more socially like you.
Mhm.
Um, so those are pretty much the only times that you'll see me like have a drink.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, guys, I think that is everything. We're gonna wrap up this episode. Um, so tell us how people can follow you and support you. And as per usual, you guys, there should be a thumbnail up on the screen now. To also be a way of to visually see how you can follow and support. So where can people follow and support you?
Support me on Instagram. That's my main social media, TikTok, YouTube. It's all the same username, Party Hardy Cosplay. I also have a link in my Instagram profile. You can follow that, and there's a bunch of other media outlets I use, and you can just follow me there on that.
Well, thank you again for coming on. Definitely will plan on having you back on sometime soon. But as per usual, guys, you guys know the drill. Hit that like and subscribe button, comment below, and be sure to go give her a follow. She does great cosplay. She does great work. Show her some love and support. And other than that, we will see you guys later. See ya.
Thank you.